Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Chuck here, and today in this Firebot tutorial, we are going to be taking a look at creating basic, simple commands. So, the two types of commands we're going to be making in this video are a link to your Twitter and also a lurk command. So, when someone wants to go and lurk, they can type !lurk, and your bot will output something in chat. Before we get started, if you haven't already watched or done the basics of getting Firebot set up, meaning you haven't downloaded it yet and you haven't logged in, go watch step 0. There's a link in the description down below for the previous tutorial. Go watch that, and then you'll be perfectly ready to go for this video. Well, let's jump into it. So, to start out with, we have Firebot open. Now, there are two ways to create chat commands. There's a simple mode, and then there is an advanced mode. The default in Firebot is simple, and that's what we're going to be running with now. In the next video in the series, we'll actually be taking a look at complex commands, which will see us going away from the simple command creator to the advanced one. We'll take a look at that in a second. From Firebot, on the left side, we're going to go to the commands, and this really is chat-based commands. So we're going to create a new custom command. And the first command we're making is our Twitter. So we're going to type !. Now, the thing about the chat commands is that the trigger can be kind of anything you want. So if you prefer to use a £sign or hashtag or an dot, just a period or a dash or nothing and just have words like Twitter, you can do that. For this, we're going to use just the typical ! Trigger syntax. Now, keep in mind you have to type it. Firebot doesn't assume that you want an ! At the start. So we're going to type ! We're going to type Twitter. Now, you can apply a cooldown to this. So this means that globally, if someone types the command, it will not be able to be run for X number of seconds, or you can have a user-specific cooldown, meaning that the same person can't repeat the command over and over again. For this command, we're going to apply a 15-second cooldown, meaning that if one person uses the command, nobody else will be able to use the command for 15 seconds. It makes sense, right? Permission-wise, so you can make this so that way anyone can use it. You can make it sub and mods only, or mods only. So for this, we're going to make this an everyone command. So let's use let's add our text. So what we're going to say is check out heyaapl on Twitter, and then we'll just put a link to Twitter. Cool. You'll see at the bottom is that we have this option to go into advanced mode, and Firebot tells you that if you want to switch to the advanced mode to take full advantage of all the different types of things you can do in a command, you're going to switch to the advanced mode. You can set this as a default instead of the simple editor. For now, we're going to leave it with simple commands, and we're going to create our Twitter command. So we'll hit save changes. And if we look, we have our Twitter command. Cool. We'll test that out in a second. We're also going to create a lurk command. So our lurk command, same idea, ! Lurk. We're not going to apply a cooldown to this, at least not globally. From a per person, maybe we have our lurk command have another 15-second cooldown with the idea that we don't want this to be spammable, right? A user spams it and then the bot says it. You don't want that. So we'll have a per person 15-second cooldown on lurking. Now, the way that this works is you can include extra things, extra variables or bits of data in your message. In the right-hand corner, you can see this vars button. We'll be taking a closer look at the variables button later, but for now, what we want is we want to put the name of the person that ran the lurk command in this message. So what we're going to type is $user. This is the person who ran the ! Lurk command. Is going to have a nice little lurk. And that's it. The user who ran the command is going to have a nice little lurk. Again, there's all these different variables we can pull. Lots of complex ones here. We'll leave this for our complex command making in the next video. So let's hit save changes. Cool. So now we have our Twitter and our alert commands. Let's go to the chat feed. You'll notice that the chat feed doesn't work because we haven't connected yet. So Firebot does not default connect to Twitch. So you have to make sure you hit the power button in the bottom left before you go live or to test your commands out. Now that we're connected, let's test it out. Let's type our exclamation Twitter command. There we go. I said, check out heyaapl on Twitter. Cool. All right. Twitter worked. If I try to type it again, it should tell me that the command is still on cooldown for 6 more seconds. Cool. Now, if we type exclamation lurk, it should say, heyaapl is going to have a nice little lurk. So it put our name, that $user, into the chat message here. So that is basic commands here in Firebot. So those are simple commands in Firebot, something where you just type a command and a basic chat message is turned out. In the next tutorial, we will be taking a look at some complex commands. The 2 types of commands we're going to be taking a look at are where you type a command and a sound plays, and we'll be taking a look at creating shoutouts. So if you want to see more Firebot videos, please hit like down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to get these videos delivered to your subscription box. Yeah, I love you guys' faces. Thank you guys. If you have any questions or would like to see a tutorial on something else in the future, yeah, leave a comment. Let me know. I'll reply. Yeah, peace out. Stay classy. I love your guys' faces, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial, which should be coming up in a card in just a second, right where my face was. Bye.
Baby, I love you, don't go. Baby, I love you, don't go. Take your time, I love you.